I've had my hands on my new Leica Q3 for a couple of weeks now, and when you buy this camera, although it is an incredible camera, don't get me wrong, it includes a lot of incredible accessories right out of the gate. There are some additional accessories that you must get if you want to actually make the most of this camera and be able to take some fantastic photos. So today I'm going to tell you about my top accessory picks for the Leica Q3 to get the most out of your camera. Every accessory that I talk about today, I'm going to leave a link to down in the description below so you can check it out. These are affiliate links through Amazon, so I will make a little bit of money if you shop with them. However, these links will save you a substantial amount of money over buying these accessories direct from Leica. So I'll start with the ones that are absolutely must-have, critical pieces if you want to get the most out of this camera, starting with memory. This camera is an incredible shooter, but it takes large photos, which means you need a very fast, very powerful SD card to run it properly. If you get one with a read-write speed that's too slow, you're going to end up with stuttering, you're going to end up with long save times, you're going to get a lot of buffer happening on the SD, and you don't want that happening if you want to use this camera to shoot fast, and that's what it's for. So for my Q3, I pick up the Leica Professional Silver Pro SD memory card, 256 gigs in capacity. You can go larger if you want, completely up to you. But the reason I went with the Silver Pro is because this memory card can read at 280 megabytes per second and write at 160 megabytes per second, with the average image coming out of the Q3 being almost 100 megabytes in size each. You need a card this fast. And it's backwards compatible for other cameras, not just the Q3, at highest UHSI speeds possible. So if you want to use this in any other device, it's got you covered there too. Now, you can get some cheap SD cards. You can get a 256 gig SD card a lot cheaper than this one, but for about 120 Canadian dollars, it's a pretty good value considering the speed, considering the capacity, considering the efficiency and the testing and durability of this card. It's a pretty good buy, and it's been working great for me. The other thing you absolutely need, especially if you have bigger hands like me, because the Leica is a little bit smaller, is the hand grip accessory. Now, you can get the official Leica one if you want, but it's going to cost you several $100s. Leica original OEM accessories are very pricey. However, I did find one on Amazon that looks almost exactly the same as the original thing from Leica for a fraction of the price, and it fits and is working exactly the same. It's been a joy to have, and it makes wielding this camera just so much easier. Before I put the grip on, I just found my hands kind of cramping up holding the Q3 because of its smaller body and the fact that my grip is so large. It just was hard to wield without using two hands on it all the time, and that makes it harder to work on the lens when you want to make adjustments, harder to do when you're having to use your other hand to stabilize the camera. This hand grip is an absolute essential for me because of my large hands. You might be fine with it if you got smaller hands, but I think for the majority of people, because of the size of the body of the Q3, this is going to be something you want to put on your purchase list as well. And the last essential that you need for the Q3 is a screen protector. The Leica Q3 screen does not flip in, so it is always exposed on the backside. You want to protect that screen from scratches, nicks, cracks, etc., because once it's gone, you are losing the interface for everything. You can get these screen protectors through Amazon or through Leica directly. This accessory, thankfully, is not the most expensive one out there, but I would say it is one of, if you're not going to get anything else on this list, it is one of, if not the only accessory you must get. All right, so that's it for must-have accessories, but I do have one more on this list, which I picked up, which is the customizable shutter release buttons. Now, Leica Direct wants like $70 or something crazy for each of these shutter release buttons. I'm sure theirs are nicer quality, nicer finish, but if you break it, you're out almost $100. I found a 3-pack of these on Amazon, which again is linked below for you to check out. So you can pick from a couple of different colors, the Leica red, a black, which I have used because I just like the black aesthetic and I've continued that through, or you can go with a silver. I believe there maybe is a white one out there as well on Amazon that you can pick up. But this is just a nice fun touch. You can match the shutter release button to the Leica logo on the front and the red. You can accessorize your device, just make it a bit more personal. And because they're just so cheap this way, if you break it, it's not the end of the world, and you can just swap in another one or buy another pack. Go wild. It's completely up to you. This is just the must-have essentials that I've picked up from my Leica. You can go crazy though. There is a lot of different stuff out there in the accessory department for the Q3. The only other thing I may consider one day, and you might want to consider as well, is a protective case for the body of the Leica itself. Now again, going direct through Leica for these is pretty expensive. You can find them cheaper through Amazon. I've linked a couple of my favorites down below that I'm still on the fence on. This is going to protect the finish of the exterior of the Leica. It's also going to protect the bottom, the battery cover, the SD card slot, etc., and just give those an added layer of protection. The Q3 is weather sealed, but you can never go wrong with that. My only hang up with it means that doing this, I'll lose access to, again, the battery and the SD card slot at the bottom of the Q3. So it's just one more thing in the way if I want to move quickly, transfer footage and photos, that sort of thing. But you obviously can't understate the added protective advantage of having that in place. Anyways, those have been my must-have accessories for the Q3. What do you guys think about these accessories? What do you think about the Q3 in general? Is it a camera that's on your mind, something that you're looking to get, something that you have, an aspirational piece for you if you're a photographer? Let me know what you guys think. As always, let's have a conversation in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you again soon in the next one.